All right, after beating one of the top teams in the World Cup last weekend, Mexico may end up being the underdog to watch in the tournament.
That's right. As Matt King shows us, some in the sport think the current political climate may push some U.S. fans to jump on the bandwagon.
Looking, shooting, Lozano, goal, Mexico leads!
When Mexico beat world number 1 and defending World Cup champion Germany in its first match of this World Cup, it sent shockwaves, literal in the case of the earth beneath Mexico City, which trembled from tens of thousands of jumping fans, and figurative in the expectations of most who watch this sport throughout the soccer world.
A team that's been, I guess, lightly regarded on the international level, especially in Europe.
NYCFC radio commentator and host of SiriusXM FC, Glenn Crooks, praised Mexico's coach for his preparation and tactics, identifying El Tri as a potential underdog darling for soccer fans this summer if this Central American nation continues to upset soccer royalty.
This wasn't the sort of game where Mexico, hunkered down and hoped for a lucky bounce here and there.
Rafael Noboa y Rivera, a Mexican-American and El Tri fan, suggested a different reason, an off-field reason for Americans to support the Mexican side.
There can be no mistake that the Trump administration bears a certain kind of animus towards populations south of the border.
Rafael argues Americans might demonstrate their objection to the president's rhetoric around all things Mexico and Mexicans.
But we have some bad hombres here.
And his recent immigration and border enforcement policies by rooting for Mexico this World Cup.
You can express a certain sort of joy and defiance in embracing who you are and that part of your heritage, and pulling for a team like Mexico.
Before a 2016 match between the United States and Mexico, days after Trump's election, the two teams uncharacteristically posed for a picture together and captioned it, "There is no wall that can stop us."
Vamos Mexico.
But more recently, former national team star Landon Donovan appeared in a series of Wells Fargo commercials wearing a Mexico shirt and received criticism from his former teammates.
Because there's a genuine rivalry there.
And while Rafael guessed few Americans yet found themselves rooting for El Tri because of their opposition to this administration's policies, he wondered if that might change if Mexico keeps on winning.
It's not entirely out of the realm of possibility that somebody who's a casual fan will feel those stirrings a bit more because of the situation that's happening.
Matt King, Fox 5 News.
And for World Cup schedules, standings, game highlights, and more, you can head to our website, fox5ny.com/World Cup.